Hey there. So I thought I would do a reading because I was getting that there's a need for some sort of communication to come out. So I was guided to these two decks, the Hidden Truth and a Twin Flame, communication messages from your beloved. So I'm going to make a pile of you, of them, and what spirit wants you to know. Okay, so that's how we're going to do this reading. All right, let's call on our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light, and so it is, and so it will be. All right, so let's see. All right, so for some of you, the bottom of the deck here says, please don't give up on me. I'm trying to change, but it takes time. Number 5. All right, so let's do a you. This would be for the viewer. Okay, so we have surrender brings us together faster than resistance. It's a you. What's a them? Growth. I'm trying to leave my comfort zone with this issue. Okay, and then what is a message for spirit? From spirit? Or like, what do they need to know about this that they're not aware of? You are my true love, my heart, and my soul. So for some of you, there's a bit of like reconnecting. Okay, we'll get a bit on that. So I might end up tapping into numerous groups within our collective. So if something doesn't fit, don't make it fit. So I'm going to do another round, and it's going to be for another group, okay? This is one group. It says surrender brings us together, okay? Faster than resistance. It says I'm trying to leave my comfort zone here. That's a them, okay? And then it says you are my true love, my heart, and my soul. So for somebody, this is coming to their awareness of maybe like who you are to them, what you meant to them, what you taught them, what they're learning, what they're working towards, okay? What the two of you could be working towards, okay? All right, next up, next group. This is a you. I've hurt you and I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me someday and understand I was reacting from fear. Okay, for some of you, that this could be you here. That's not in the column of you. And then I have a them. Sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. At times it triggers me because I wonder how you can see into me. Okay, so that is a them. It talks about telepathic communication. And then I have, this is for the spirit column, don't listen to other people, trust yourself to know the truth. Okay, I feel like there's a bit of that. And then I have a number 3. I have 9 here. It says the same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic for some of you. All right. So that is one group. We've got 2 groups here. Let's do a third group. Let's get a you. Oh, goodness. Okay. We have all right, I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true and I pull away in fear, number 11. And then for them, I have 10. It talks about mirrors and the moon. Our inner guidance is clear, but our ego is resisting it. It says draw another card. Oh, is that what this is for? No. Okay. One more. All right. We have I'd long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy. But you make me long for those again. So someone is desiring this connection of intimacy and love. They've shut it down a long time ago and they're receiving a bunch of inner guidance, but there's something in the way, and it's called the ego. There's fear. I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true, and I pull away in fear. So there's a blockage here relating to fear and being vulnerable. There's some unhealed wounds here that is surfacing. Okay, from the spirit perspective, what's the advice? I have, our energy is stagnant. Triggers sometimes happen to break the stagnancy and help the energy flow again. And then we have patterns for both. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life is making any sense. Okay. I feel like this is for either the you or the them. Okay. Let's get some hidden truth oracles. Let's do the first group. What do they need to know to maybe move through this? This one talks about surrendering brings us together faster than resistance. And then it says, for them, it says, I'm trying to leave my comfort zone with this issue. And then the spirit insight is, you are my true love, my heart, and my soul. Number 4. So what is the hidden truth here that could help them with this? I want to feel that way again. And then I am afraid to contact you. Okay. Is that it? No. Okay. There's another. Hang on a second. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay. And they're realizing, like, they're in their comfort zone. They may have chosen comfort. They may have chosen ego. They may have chosen resistance because surrendering was a bit overwhelming. Right? But they're starting to understand the connection. And there is this, like, you are my true love, my heart, and my soul. Okay? All right. We're going to get one more for the first row. Okay. I am becoming a better person. Wow. Okay. Powerful. Interesting. All right. We're going to do the second row. It says, I've hurt you and I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me someday and understand I was reacting in fear. So this is a you. The them is telepathic messaging. It's a number 9. Sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. At times it triggers me because I wonder how much you can actually see into me. All right, so someone likes to keep things on the hidden. Don't listen to other people. This is the messages from Spirit. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. And then the other card says, the same divine energy in each of us. This energy is a catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. All right, so that is for this group. Let's get a few cards for them. I know I was a distraction from your pain. You or them. Yeah, it says, I've hurt you and I'm sorry. Okay. Interesting. I bury myself in work to forget you. I will wait for a sign from you. Just being near you is intoxicating. Look at. I want you. I don't react when people mention you. I love you unconditionally. You may have loved this person unconditionally. Maybe that's what they needed to learn, is that there is such a thing as unconditional love. I wonder if you're happy without me. So the second group, there's separation here. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I hope you can forgive me someday and understand I was reacting from fear. Ooh, I know I crossed the line with you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I can't stop thinking about you. I want to be more than friends. Okay. So somebody might want to see if they can get back into your energy here. All right. You are the best thing in my life. Yeah. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. All right. We're going to move on to the next group. This starts with the number 11. It says patterns. I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true and I pull away in fear. That's a you. And then a them talks about mirrors and romantic messages. Our inner guidance is clear, but our ego is resisting it. And it says to pull another card. I'd long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy. But you make me long for those things again. Okay. And then what Spirit wants you to know is our energy is stagnant. Trigger sometimes happens so that we can break the stagnancy and help the energy flow again. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life is making any sense. Okay, so there could be a bit of like mirroring energy so that, you know, you can work through the fears, okay, and illuminate things from the subconscious so that there can be energy again that's flowing as it relates to love, intimacy, and romance. Okay, so sometimes there's something that we put death to in order to get things flowing again. Okay, we're talking about stagnancy and certain situations, and seeing patterns for what they are and having that awareness is part of what this group is going through at this time. So let's get some hidden truth and info to help them. You came closer than anyone. I feel like this might have been someone who was avoidant due to unresolved trauma here. I know I messed everything up. We have, I feel you even though we are apart. I hide behind material things. I lost myself for a little while. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I regret lying to you. I want to tell you how I feel. They could be going through a dark night of the soul, so everything that they've ever known, right, is just crumbling. okay? We both know I am not the one for you. Interesting. There could be some telepathic communication here. I'm getting, yeah, there's like communicating through music here. Anything else regarding that group? No. Okay. Very well, then we'll stop. Thank you. Okay, that's group 3, group 2, group 1. Okay. Awesome. This was fun. I enjoyed that. Let's get a few messages from the angels here. Let's tie this together with a little bit of a collective read here. All right, all 3 groups. What do all 3 groups need to know to help them on their growth and development? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oof. Slander, lies, hater energy. Oof. All right, you guys, let's see. Okay, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a lack of morals and integrity here, and your ancestors are helping you. There's a toxic workspace here, and then I have opportunities, and they want you to take a risk so that you can move out of your comfort zone, okay? I feel like there's great potential here, okay? Abundance, financial stability, and blessings, which is on the other side of fear, all right? I feel like this toxic workspace, there could be a lot of like addictions. There could be a lot of like manipulations, temptations, alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, money. I feel like some of this has to do with maybe some patterns here. Or, you know, maybe someone listened to others and got bad advice. I feel like this could have something to do with regarding a toxic workspace for somebody. Here's that spiritual hater energy. All right, we have someone maybe going through some difficulty here, feeling the restraint, okay? This is like, you know, being stuck in the matrix, right? Not being able to break free, feeling stagnant, right? We got that with some of this energy, right? Going through a dark night of the soul. This talks about prison and physical and spiritual prison here. It could be as it relates to this energy, okay, with the doing things for the sake of some sort of, you know, immoral, you know, whatever. And it could have something to do with work. I feel like you're protected by Archangel Michael. Okay, you could be moving away or relocating or freshening up your space. Okay, I feel like whatever you've been experiencing, you don't deal with it alone. Okay, look at water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Here is what I'm getting regarding this. I'm like, who protecting from what? I have water sign energy and a third party karmic relationship, dynamic, or friend group. All right, so they could be going down and dealing with some sort of entrapment of some kind. They're a spiritual hater. I'm getting you're releasing karmic debt. They're asking for you to talk to your spirit guides, ancestors, and saints, okay? And then we have in the near future, there's a divine masculine here. Okay, high vibrational emperor. Okay, and there's a false feminine watching. Someone needs to watch for red flags here. Okay, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oops, I just saw a social media stalker. I'm getting that could very much be this low vibrational female here is your social media stalker. I feel like pray more. I feel like what's blocking them is them praying for this. All right, I feel like them doing this is what's backfiring here. And praying will counteract that energy. Because it's very low vibrational energy and praying is very high vibrational energy. All right. It could have something to do with like a water sign. There could be some sort of resonance when it comes to like a gold digger, masculine or feminine. So just know that like them wishing any ill will on you is only going to affect them. Look, like I said, health issues and spiritual sickness, okay? For all the stuff that they're doing, okay? You're protected by Archangel Michael and your ancestors and your saints. All right, I feel like they've worked with others, okay, for their own sake of personal gain. They lack immoral and integrity. All right, your ancestors are helping you. Yeah, divine justice and universal law is playing out regarding those who spread lies, those who slandered your name, those who projected their negative energy on you. I feel like they're the ones that are experiencing, you know, difficulty in their lives as it relates to coming after the collective. So I feel like everyone's learned something from here. Universal law. Everybody's learning what universal law is, and that you are responsible for the action that you take. Okay, as well as like the thoughts that you have, they create your reality. People could be learning this now. Okay, I'm getting it's like fire signs, water signs, specifically. We did see a bit of earth. Karmic connection and a karmic lesson, right? Lessons being learned here through relationships with others. Okay, you're being asked to take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. Final thoughts. We have, yeah, someone may want to return back, but you already know what's up. Consider that your red flag. You're a light worker, healer, empath, and the angels are with you and protect you, okay? You don't ride alone, all right? Yeah, someone wants to pretend that they're something that they're not. You see through the masks. You see through the ego. All right, you will rip the mask off. Because there's there's unhealed childhood trauma here. Understandable. Okay, they worked with others to create conflict, and victory will be yours. Okay, so as a result of their own pain, they abused you instead of dealing with their own. Look, they're going through a dark night of the soul. So look, going through a dark night of the soul. All right, so they're being forced to look at, why would they attack and gain stock and abuse you, okay? And it's almost like you didn't know who you were dealing with, okay? It's kind of like maybe these people are starting to learn. But I'm getting like someone is going to be isolated for the sake of a dark night of the soul. Yep. I feel like they did what they did for unexpected income, which they're not receiving. Promises, oh promises. Someone thought they'd be wealthy and it was worth doing what they did. They're realizing that, you're happy, you're joyful, you have emotional fulfillment. They're they're, you know, like, I can't explain it any more than this. Toxic devil energy is what you were dealing with. And so was this karmic that they were dealing with. Their friends, their family, their coworkers, that toxic workspace. Like somebody was, you know, manipulating, okay? I feel like they attracted exactly what they are. Right? Isn't karma, you know what? Oh, someone wants to try to communicate through music, but I feel like you turn the channel. You're not open to listening to that. I feel like past loved ones visit you while you sleep. All right. I feel like you're being guided towards your destiny and path and purpose. All right. Yeah. Look at karma. Okay, sleeping with the enemy is part of their karma because guess what? You essentially were sleeping with your enemy. So it's kind of like right back at you. Yeah, I feel like there's abundance, financial stability, and blessings. Sometimes it pays to be the outcast. Yeah, look at you are worthy. I am statements. You know your value and worth through this process. And that was the lesson to be learned. Look at they're experiencing STDs and spiritual disease. They're learning a very difficult spiritual lesson. And it could be through this gold digger, okay? Someone having sex for money, okay? STDs. And then I have like the signs, synchronicities, triple numbers, all of that. Pay attention. I feel like they don't have that kind of connection. They may have this ability to have spiritual communication blocked because it did come in reverse. And then I have toxic friends here flying out. All right. And then I have betrayal, deception, and liar. I feel like someone's masks. I feel like the friend group's falling. I feel like, you know, they all could be ill. Okay, they could have spread something around. And I'm getting like someone's a liar, someone's a fake, right? Like they're all dealing with legal issues, or this couple, this karmic dynamic, they're dealing with legal issues, right? These people are not their friends. They're like feeders, like feeding off of others' energy. Because it's almost like they can't sustain their own. They have to surround themselves with other sources of life force energy and just feed. Yeah, I feel like they're dealing with legal issues because they were a player and maybe did something fraudulent, something illegal. All right, and as a result of that, like, they're all going down. There's that ego death. Yeah, so, you know, let them fall. Okay, that's how we learn. It's like learning how to walk, you know. Sometimes you have to fall and learn how to get back up and keep going. I feel like there's a bit of that here playing out, you know. So we all be learning something, I'd say, huh? We all be learning something. I feel like if somebody wants to get back in your energy, you know, you need to use your discernment to know if it's truly for your highest and greatest good or not. For some of you, it's a no-go. All right, so hopefully you know what's for you and what isn't, you know. So you should be seeing, you know, confirmations of things, you know, that should be reinforcing what your intuition is already telling you, okay? If anything. Okay, so that would be your angel numbers, your own personal readings. You know, if you follow a reader and it's a consistent message and you're also receiving that from your own spiritual team, your own higher self, then yeah, absolutely, like, take it for what it is. But don't make something fit if it doesn't fit, okay? We tend to, you know, collect. Lemon water. I love it. All right, you guys, I will see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, something a bit different. And I'll see you guys on the next reading, okay? Take care now. Bye.